so excited. I found what looks like a feed store. Yay! So it looks like here it is Southern Agriculture is the name of the store. Back home it is Cow Stores. What else has feed? We have multiple different feed stores. Yeah, our True Value has it. But I'm really excited because this actually looks like a warehouse that might have.
Really?
Very excited! So the chickens are on the way. We've been putting this on and off and on and off for the last couple weeks.
Month?
I'm not sure they can see the nod.
Right.
Since we got here, we've been trying to do this. John got the duck house made finished like 2 weeks ago. Ready, and then we saw chickens for a really good price that were only 8 months old, which means they're really strong layers right now. For $2 a piece if we pick them up, $4 a piece if she brings them, which it seems like one of the real reasons we don't get anything is because we don't want to put animals in the van. It hasn't really had to be a farm vehicle. And so in order to keep the van clean, I kind of feel like we've just kind of, don't you think so?
Yes. We were not bringing goats across the country in the back of a minivan.
Right. So she's delivering it here in about half an hour. All the mess that you see on the ground.
They don't see it right now.
Okay, so all the mess that you see on the ground, we used up quite a bit of our lumber. We used up quite a bit of the lumber on the back wall. Let's go show you. This is almost cleared out. We almost have a front yard again. Okay, so anytime I find this on the ground now, I'm going to use it as carbon. It's why I needed to build another raised bed. So this is the other raised bed. This is the one that's going to have the most wood in it. The other one has mostly leaves in it. It looks like it's really high, but as soon as I put some manure on that and water it, it's going to sink very quickly. And I'm going to need more carbon. So here is more carbon. I don't know.
Keeps going.
I don't know if the chickens are going to be able to make it over that. So what we've done is I have this little paddock here that's smaller to test them and see if they can get out. If they jump over that, I will have this secondary fence here that will keep them from going any further until I can get a higher fence put on. So I always like to have 2 perimeters, not just one.
Oh, I thought, I didn't know you carried the fence over there.
Is it?
It is. It is a new concept.
Okay, so I got the door put on. This part did not get painted because I wasn't sure what kind of system I wanted to do for the door. And I still kind of think I want to turn these into something of a window with chicken wire or something so that in the summer it won't be too hot in there for them. And inside I have leaves instead of straw. All they need is carbon to poop on and to allow you to clean it out. And again, this tips up and off so that we can just tip it and pull everything out rather than trying to get in and scoop it. I did not have any containers, so I took milk jugs and cut this out. It should be plenty stable, and the food that I have for them is scratch grains. And in the back, where it would actually lead to the front yard, I have a double layer of fence rather than just a single layer. I did want to, where this is really going to be their main scratching area, I wanted their first try would probably be in that spot if they did try to go over it. And I don't have a second layer for them anywhere there. So that was the only spot where I wouldn't have a second layer. So that's why I made it double. Does that make sense? And I love these stakes. For anything with small livestock, I love these stakes. They're so easy to pull in and pull out.
I'm trying to stay straight.
I see you're trying to do something. Are you feeling kind of antsy?
No, I'm trying to.
So chickens and ducks don't push against fences the same way goats or cows would. So as long as you have it barricaded as far as visually, generally they won't push. So the fact that I don't have this latched, except if we had dogs back here that were pushing on it, but this fence wouldn't really deter a dog anyway. Another reason why I have a double layer of fencing is so that if a dog wants to come back here, he has to be curious enough to make it through that first fence.
What are these?
Well, here, let's ask.
They look like brains.
Let's ask the viewers.
So the reason that I have it this shape is because in observing the way that the light plays here and looking at the tree and where the shade comes from, where the shade goes. What was that?
They're here.
Oh, they got cans? Will these guys have been raised in like those closed cages or big groups out in a barn?
These actually, we don't know. We
In an
think they're in
hen house.
cages because their nails are so long.
Yeah.
Normally the nails are a lot shorter.
Yeah.
So these we believe were in cages. Normally they're not in cages. They're out in the houses.
Gotcha.
But so we're still learning. When it comes to certain places we get them
What
from.
you're gonna get when you get
Yeah.
them?
Yeah.
Do you
But
end
one
up-
thing's for sure is these suckers are laying eggs more than any other ones we've ever gotten. I don't know what.
Really?
I'm assuming
Even
that's what
now?
you're getting them for. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Really?
My son's the expert on all these. I'm learning. He's 20 and he literally has done the research. He knows what he needs to know.
He's the chicken man.
Yeah, he recommends feeding crumbs versus pellets. They'll eat the pellets, but it may take them a little.
Get rehydrated a little better.
Yeah. So plenty of water and crumbles, and you'll see their production.
And they're
take
even
off,
now.
My mom has some. They're outside, no heater, no nothing. She does have a house for them, and she gets out of 6 or 7 birds, she gets 3 to 4 eggs every day.
So they've been probably in cages on top of each other, so that's why they have manure all over them.
Yeah, there's a lot of it is egg too,
Is it?
because they were stacked. So the cages were stacked so high. So a lot of that is actually I think most of it is egg
Is it?
from the eggs being crushed.
So
They
should
look
we?
kind of rough.
And they look better. So we were hoping that they didn't get to pecking each other and actually causing wounds.
Yeah,
but
actually
we haven't
ripping
seen
Yeah,
that.
I don't see any blood on them.
Yeah.
Well, I think we have plenty of space for 10. I was concerned. Okay, so I put my compost in, and then I realized I had eggshells in it. So
Like they will let you pet them.
I think they're a little shell shocked. These guys are cage birds. They'll come down. So these are birds that were the cage birds that you get eggs from the grocery store, and that's why they were so inexpensive. They look quite anemic to me, and you can see they're missing some feathers. They had a very long ride to get here. But they seem really mellow. I'll have to find out what their breed is, because he said they're a proprietary breed, which means they've been crossed with a recipe that nobody really knows. But they're still laying. We got 10 of them, so there should be enough eggs for our family. Generally, my cutoff is 12. We don't like to have more than 12 chickens. And the reason they look so dirty is that during that 2-day drive to get here, they were all caged on top of each other in stacks, and so they pooped, and the eggs were laid and broken on top of them, so that's why they're really dirty. Once they've had a proper dust bath and they've had some good food, they'll be feeling better. But with my compost, what happened was I brought my compost out and I dumped it, and then I realized I had eggshells in it, and I don't want my chickens eating eggshells, because then they'll go in and they'll eat their own eggs. So these girls have probably never seen grass before, so it's kind of exciting to give them this grassy.
Have you asked them if they're excited?
Are you excited? The chickens or the children?
Yes.
Yes. Kids, are you excited?
Yeah. And they're very mellow and they'll let you pet them.
Well, they're kind of anemic. They're hungry. They're hungry and they're thirsty because they've been on the road.
They're like pet birds.
Rescuing caged animals to turn them into free range ones.
Yep.
I love
So
them already.
You love them already?
Yeah.
It's been a long time since you've had a chicken, huh?
Yeah. I had all the chickens back at the homestead.
Yep.
All fine.
Okay, don't scare her. I think that big one next to you, honey, is feeling a little bit like your crowd nest.
This one?
Yep. I think she's feeling a little crowded.
I'm gonna let them peck it out of my hand. I'm gonna let them peck it out of my hand. I was sitting here with these guys all night.
So I'm feeling pretty relieved. I've been anxious about it. I have been concerned they would be going over the fence, so we did clip them. But I can see they're mellow enough. I don't really think they'd go anywhere. They're used to having people around, even if they're not used to having a family. And so I think they're going to be great.
I think they're gonna get mauled to death.
Mauled to death.
Well, I love them already.
Okay, so what did you find?
Eggs with our new hens.
Here, Missy.
Kaya, don't move too fast. I can't see you through the... Kaya, wait. Kaya! So, these are our new hens, and Kaya found eggs. Ooh! These hens are gold. Kaya, do you want to show them the eggs? I saw another one. Yes, there's another one. There's one. So that's our egg. There's one. Hey! And it goes to these girls. So. Where are you, girl? Here's And Kaya, you need to pull up your pictures. Kaya? So. Poke me. So, yeah.